Nice to see you again. Thank you so much for coming. Hi. Second one? Yeah. She's the head of communications at Kenya. Yeah. Yes.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you. People after this will go meeting to the PS.
Okay. Hi, how are you doing? Helen. Marcy.
Hello. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you from? Jambo. Very well. Uchukue namba yake. Pictures.
Thank you.
Yes. Uko salama? Education gani kwa wapi?
Very excited.
Nike. Uko sawa? Fengo? Uko salama? Niko salama sana. Good to see you. Going to have a very brief conversational tone. First, I'll start with monetization. Glad that you spared that presentation when I'm around, because I have some issues with TikTok on monetization. Thank you very much for the presentation, and thank you for telling us the obvious. Now I want us to have the hard conversation on the things that you have not seen. Why doesn't Kenya and Sub-Saharan Africa have the full rollout of the Creator Reward Program? And when is it going to happen? It's there in South Africa, it's not there in Sub-Saharan Africa. Why? Question mark number one. And when are you going to deliver us that, to give us that full Creator Program? I mean, Kenya has matured to get the full Creator Program. And we are ready to do whatever it takes as government to ensure that our creators enjoy the full Creator Program. TikTok, I hope I'm going to get the answer, not in private on this stage, so these guys can hear it out. Again, TikTok, ad revenue share. We are winning as government. We moved our advertising from manual advertising to digital advertising. When President Ruto took over in 2023, one of his first presidential directives was for 30% of ad revenue to go to digital platforms. At the time, I sat with TikTok, the president also sat with TikTok, I sat with Facebook, I sat with Google. I will not mention who among the three has already gotten in and taken advantage of that directive. Two other platforms, including TikTok, you are asleep, wake up. We have ad revenue. We would like our creators to share that ad revenue. That feature is not available on TikTok now, so that if our ads run, our creators should benefit from those ads. TikTok, again, the ball is in your court. 3, on that point, M-Pesa integration. Thank you for integrating M-Pesa up to some point, but we want full integration. What you call a bank elsewhere, in Kenya it's called M-Pesa. It's on our phones. So if you pay our creators, don't demand that they go to the bank. Of course, as government, we want full taxation. You know, when you send your money to the bank, we have a view, and therefore taxation comes in immediately. However, our creators are just making entry level. Most of our creators, entry level, they have left high school, some of them are in campus. Please, let's fully integrate M-Pesa so that they are able to withdraw directly on their phones and escape a few taxes, but of course pay the others. Because I keep telling them there are 3 things they can't escape. To be born, you must be born, you must pay taxes, then you must die. So, but however, those taxes don't have to be too much. So let's look for a way of ensuring that we help our creators benefit from that. Second point, partnerships. We request, and we are willing to do whatever it takes as Kenyan government, to have an extra button for the Kenyan TikTok for a Kenyan shop. Why? You find that most of our creators sell their items online, and they move their physical shops into the TikTok shops. But as it is now, it is left to what you ably called the search button. We want to drive our creators who are entrepreneurs and who are selling stuff into a specific button, the Kenya shop. Help us grow the e-commerce here. It will also help TikTok grow revenue, because we will work out a way on how that works. So ask your developers to consider adding a special feature for the Kenyan TikTok or the Kenyan shop. That will help the affiliate program within TikTok, which is already maturing. It will help us to be able to develop. To the creators, I've spoken to TikTok for a bit. To the creators, government is willing to put in money specifically for a few things that government is doing. And you can benefit two ways. Directly, by getting proposals. And I have two people here. I have Yvonne. Is Yvonne in the room? She will step out. I have Josiah in the room. Also stepped out. Please ask, my team just ask those two people I require them before I finish this, to introduce them to these people. Because I would want creators to take advantage. If you do content around housing, health, job creation, agriculture, we are willing to put money for you to, money and content. So we'll give you the notes for you to turn into creative content and earn money by just posting on TikTok around those issues and around the notes we give them to you. That's one way. But also, within why I'm pushing for this Kenyan shop is because we also then channel our advertising as a country to benefit those two things. So the gentleman standing there is called Josiah. Make sure you have his number and the official email. If you have an idea, you put it up there. We are willing to back it up with support. Finally, on my points, staffing and an office. I think I've pushed TikTok too much on having a physical office, and I agree with the response that has always been given that in modern times you don't need an office a physical office to operate from. Thank you, I appreciate it. But it doesn't put out a virtual office for Kenya. So we request TikTok, give us a virtual TikTok office for Kenya. There's no reason why we have to lift our phones to call South Africa every time we have an issue here. Let's have a virtual office for Kenya. And most importantly, I have looked at presentations here, and thank you very much, sharp South African friends. Thank you very much, you're good people. But the presentation I've seen here are mostly from South Africans. I'm sure these creators you have trained here after today are people who can also be able to create and do these presentations. Please give us a few Kenyan staff to go alongside with you. And if you need government support, we are willing to partner. And because one of the major presentations here was partnership, I think that is one partnership as Kenyan government we are offering you. Having said that, because I still want to be friends with the TikTok team that is here. That part was me in office. This part is me being your friend. So before you leave here, I don't know when you're leaving, I hope it's not today. If it's not today, I invite you to the office, let's have something on a choma and have a chat and see how to go about it. Thank you very much. God bless and keep you.
All right, my name is Dennis Itumbi, the head of Presidential Special Projects and Creative Economy Coordination. We were here today for the TikTok Content Creator Summit, where we got our content creators trained on the various issues around platforms. It was a great meeting. TikTok have told us what they have for monetization. We have in turn told them what they don't have. And we've challenged them as government to ensure that we get monetization quickly rolled out, so that full monetization is felt. For instance, the full creators reward program is not available in sub-Saharan Africa, yet it's available in South Africa. We're asking TikTok to be fair around it. We've also asked them to put the hustler bit in terms of monetization. The idea that only people with 10,000 followers or, to benefit in some parts of the platform, we've asked them, please, reconsider it a little bit so that the guys who are just joining in don't feel left out, so that at least 5,000 entry would be a good thing for people to monetize around. We've also asked them for partnerships. We've asked for a specific button within TikTok Kenya for Kenyan shop. And this happens elsewhere. In go to China, TikTok has specific button for STEM, which now is available in Kenya. But now for Kenya, there is our lifestyle. we have very many entrepreneurs who are selling clothes, who are selling shoes. They should be able to have a specific platform without necessarily scrolling through the content, where you just click on Kenyan SMEs and they benefit on visibility. And I think TikTok is not opposed to that. I think they will roll out that quite enough. We'll continue engaging with them. Finally, we've asked them for full M-Pesa integration. We've told them, it's important that our creators get access via M-Pesa, because M-Pesa is a Kenyan innovation and they should benefit. TikTok, being a tech platform, should benefit from it, so that payments come directly to the phone without another third party. So we've had a good conversation, and finally we have also told them that government is willing to add money into TikTok on condition that they provide to us those specific buttons, so that then we are able to reward our creators who do content around housing, around health, around jobs, and government is going to channel its advertising money in those platforms. So I think it was a good conversation.
Dennis, you're in a position to tell us what sustainable action plan does the government have for the creators to have a sustainable living as a creator?
So I've met content creators in sports, I've met content creators generally, and the key challenge I've handed over to creators is that they need to organize themselves around circles, because the circle law then gives you an opportunity to negotiate with government. Matatus have circles, civil servants have circles, general Kenyans in coffee, tea, they have circles. So creators should take advantage of that organization within circles, because it's tried and tested to form a creator circle, which can scale up to a creators bank. And I was very impressed there that I think it was yesterday, and I saw TikTok creators saying they are going to get a TikTok hospital. Those ideas are very welcome. But now for personal organization, if they created a creator circle for themselves and a creators bank for themselves, they would avoid a lot of pay that they do, and it would also help them to access financing. And that would be a very good thing to do. As they do all the other things, they should also consider their own, a creator circle. That is one of the ways that government can help them to scale from where they are.
What's your comment on Kenyans on TikTok planning to have a modern hospital?
Yeah, well, I've just said it's an interesting idea. I mean, hospitals in this country have been created by Kenyans through Sadaka. That's why you have faith and mission hospitals. You have about 100 hospitals created by Kenyans just by giving Sadaka and building hospitals. I mean, President William Ruto is currently building 70 hospitals being built by KDF. So, I mean, if TikTok can organize itself and do another modern hospital, brilliant. Hospitals, such initiatives are welcome, and that's a very brilliant idea.
With the new format channels, Itumbi, the government, what is the government creating to ensure that the digital energy of young Kenyans in the digital space are involved into the government policy making in the country?
That's one of the best questions I've received since 2023. So I can talk on and on and on, but I will summarize it this way. One of the things that creators can do is partner with government for ideas. And government already has the content. It just needs to be packaged into a creative way. And anyone who seizes that opportunity now to turn, like we're doing housing in almost every county, if you can turn that into TikTokable content, film content, government is willing to partner with you. So mchezo kwenu.
Now, Itumbi, just tell me, we've seen the TikTok families are here from South Africa. Are there creative summit programs, maybe collaboration coming up, government with TikTok for the creators in the country?
So we first of all did the US Africa Creator Summit that we did at Ole Sereni in April. We plan to have very high level. We are in very serious talks with the US right now, and to ensure that we are able to even have more collaboration with Hollywood. We are going to be opening talks with the Indian embassy here to be able to even have a collaboration with Bollywood. By the way, the most anticipated movie of Bollywood has just about a month ago finished shooting in the Savo. So we are on course towards involving. I mean, when we shot a movie, the agency season 2 at Parliament Road, we are able to employ 1,000 creators in town. So there are opportunities around infrastructure and real stuff that will help creators get involved in creating higher content than just the content that they shoot on a daily basis. So yes, there is a plan on infrastructure, and there is a process. The Creative Economy Support Bill 2024 is now through the last stages of Parliament to be able to have a creative support bill, a creative support fund that they are able to access and tap into.